Did you get to watch any of the Super Bowl?
No,
Well, it wasn't good anyway. It wasn't close.
no, no. I pretty much spent 22, 23 hours at the shop this weekend.
Man, that's a lot. You texted me this video that scared the shit out of me. The entire car was apart. I don't understand why.
So that pedal assembly,
Yeah,
like everything attaches to it. All of the electronics, the dash, the instrument cluster.
it
I mean,
attaches to the
everything.
pedals.
Well, the assembly that holds the pedals
Oh, like that
holds
plate.
all as well. Yeah, yeah. The plate holds everything. It's not just the pedals. So yeah, about 13 hours to do that. That was a good one. I like started on it and I'm like, oh man, there's only like 5 bolts. This will be really easy. But there's like 5 bolts and like 400 things attached to it. So
Uh, I do take solace in the fact that it has been like double what you thought it would cost, but it's also been double how long you thought shit would take. So, it's kind of a
I, I,
balanced butt fuck.
I added up my hours today to see how many I've got in it so far. Like right now,
Right?
I have 41 hours. And we
We
haven't
haven't
even
done
put the
anything.
engine and keys in the car yet.
Right. We haven't even put an engine or transmission. Wow. The video you gave me with the car on the lift and you were just taking something out and looking at it and then you drill it back up. What the hell was that?
I was trying to remove all of that stuff so I could access the shifter from underneath,
Right?
and you can't. So I I figured that was a giant access panel to get to stuff, and the only thing underneath that panel is the gas tank, um,
Really?
which is also frightening. So yeah,
Yeah, which brings us to the part that I'm trying to avoid. Here's how I caught this. I was skipping because they're long videos, so I'm skipping through it and I'm waiting to hear you talk and I'm seeing what you do. And at the end of one video, you said, and I recorded my reaction to this because I just figured why not? I didn't know if we were going to be able to talk. And I heard you say that grease fire really scared
I'm gonna
me.
push that down. Had a little bit of grease on the floor. Caught fire for a second, but
What?
oh, that scared me way more than it should have. Here,
How the fuck did I miss that? Damn, he dove through that shit, dog. I don't know how your skinny ass got through the time machine to get that fire extinguisher without breaking anything.
I don't even remember doing that. Like I don't remember jumping through the car. I
What
remember,
happened?
like,
What were you doing? You're obviously cutting the hole, but were you leaving it on? I didn't even understand what you were doing.
oh, so the way that machine works, it's a plasma cutter, and it's just a little laser, and it uses air pressure to push the metal away. The laser just gets it hot, and
Right.
the air pressure is what pushes it away. So you're hearing the air pressure the whole time.
Okay.
It's like a two-step trigger. You pull one, it lets air, and then you pull the other one, and it starts blasting shit. So I was using the air to kind of blow the smoke out so I could see what I was doing and check for fire, blah, blah, blah. And the other thing is, too, and you didn't know this, all of your fuel lines run right in that tunnel. So, like, when I said in the beginning of that video that, well, if it's going to burn down, you might as well see it on video. Like, I was kind of joking, but literally all the fuel lines are in there. And I made all these, I didn't show it in the video, but I made all these aluminum plates to put over everything because I knew there'd be sparks. I mean, obviously I'm cutting shit with fire. So I made all these plates to cover everything real good. And just, I was doing a little bit at a time, checking, making sure my plates didn't move, doing a little bit. That's why that video was so long, because I was really taking my time, make sure I didn't have any mistakes. And the plasma arc kind of backfired and burnt my hand. And as I was looking at my hand, I could hear almost like a candle flame, like that whooshing noise that they make when you first light them. And I'm like, the fuck is this? And then like I looked down in the hole real quick and I didn't see anything, but I could still hear it. And it was clearly something was on fire. And that's when I got out of the car and I was walking around the back, and I saw the flame under the car, and it wasn't a big flame, but I'm just thinking like there's fuel lines that are open, and like I'm just picturing like this movie-esque, like it trails up the fuel line and just the whole car explodes.
I mean, not to berate you at the moment, but why wouldn't you have taken the gas out of the car?
Well, that makes it more dangerous.
Why?
The fumes are way more explosive than the actual raw fuel.
Well, I mean,
the best
just
case
like
scenario is to have a full tank.
Really?
So, yeah, because if you have like no gas or like a quarter of a tank, all that vapor is extremely explosive. So it's good to have fuel in the car. But again, like I blocked all those plates off, and it's normal protocol for doing stuff like that. I mean, we have to weld near gas tanks and shit all the time. But yeah, so there was a mixture of like brake clean, a little bit of transmission fluid and stuff on the floor under like the back of the car where there's no engine.
Right.
And I got out and I saw that, and it was really bright, which freaked me out. And you can see in the video, like I fell over, like trying to run to get like I was trying to go around the car to grab the fire extinguisher on the other side, and I slipped in what was burning oil.
Oh.
So like my foot was like temporarily on fire, and then like I was like, I gotta get to this fire extinguisher, and I jumped through the car, and then just one little puff of the fire extinguisher and it went out. I mean, it wasn't a big deal, but like to see bright fire underneath a car that is not replaceable.
What do you mean it wasn't a big deal? What could be a bigger fucking deal?
If it was like in the car, or like I was thinking fuel lines,
Right.
That's all that's going through my head right now. And I'm thinking that, somehow I didn't make like one of the heat shields didn't cover something properly or something.
Well, I'm glad you're all right, man. I mean, Jesus, dude,
I'm glad I didn't break anything.
It's funny, your foot going through there, I was certain it looked like you were going to knock the little thing that turns the time circuits on. People break those all the time with their hands. So I was like, dude, your big ass foot just went right around it and barely missed ripping that out. I just like, wow. Hopefully that's our closest call.
Yeah.